to be egalitarian or equal, which in reality, like that sounds good on paper, right? Let's have a 50-50 partnership, whatever. A lot of guys agree with what you guys were saying as far as like being equal, but it doesn't work. Just like communism sounds good on paper, it doesn't fucking work.
But just like realistically, someone wants to be in charge.
Let me just finish. There needs to be a delineated hierarchy when it comes to the relationship, especially between men and women. Men need to lead. If a woman's in a leadership position, I've always said it, if she leads, she's going to lead you all right to the end of the relationship. So it sucks because here in the United States, you guys got the equality and the freedom from feminism. However, the negative to that is a lot of guys think that you're their equal. So you got to find the guy that doesn't believe in that bullshit, understands that men are men and women are women, and knows that there are gender roles for a specified reason, and why humans have thrived for the past couple centuries is because of gender roles. So you actually have to find a guy that's going to challenge your mindset and say, nah, you got to work under me and not, fall in with the slave mind that we have in the West where men and women are equal. So it's kind of funny because it's counterproductive against your belief system. However, that's what you're actually going to be attracted to and want.
I think I just got to find the right guy that makes it work with how my mindset is, you know?
Well, in order for
I
you
agree
to
with half of what you're saying, to be honest. And honestly, most of what you're saying. But at the same time, I don't want someone that's going to tell me to cancel my whole life and tell me that, I want you to bear 3-4 children. What about the women that don't want to have children and want just a partner?
You not say
that girl, honestly, this girl that just I want to school back. She needs some training. Honestly, I kind of have pity her. She needs some training too. It seems she grew up in a masculine environment. That everything, the way she behaves, the way she tried to position herself, it's like a man. Come on. In that aspect, men will find you repulsive. You can only attract a feminine man if you're like that. No masculine man will find you attractive enough. Physically, I might look like, okay, fine, I can have sex with her, have some time, but on a long time, she really needs to have someone, an older woman to train her. It's honestly how to be a woman. She's far off, too masculine to be around by men. Just
now, but trust me, you're gonna want kids to get older.
Why can't I just have my business, you have your business, and we start something together? We start a business together, and then why can't it be like that?
Yeah.
But why does it have to be?
So let's say I'm gonna give you a scenario real quick. So let's say I'm a guy, I'm a millionaire, and I get you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have my thing going on. You're not my girl. Now I want to, let's say, work. I'm traveling. I'm going to Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
So I need my family. You have your own business. Are you going to follow your man where he goes, or are you going to say, well, you continue, I have my business? What's going on?
It depends on what you've been through.
But I'm saying he's very well,
he's going.
He'll be taking care of you financially. What is it?
He's going out there to live.
I'm saying, what happens with you? Let's say you're your boss bae. I'm a millionaire. I'm getting you. What happens? I want to live with you. Do you come with me? And I don't live in Miami. Let's say your business is in Miami, but I don't live here.
We will have to compromise.
Conversation's done. Guys like that don't compromise.
Yeah.
You're done.
They're
gonna find a girl who has time.
But that's not. It's not fair though. It's really not fair.
Not fair. That's the thing. People still don't understand what it means to be married. What do you think marriage is? You think it's what? That you are equal. You are not. If a man is coming, that's why when women come enter marriage, they take the name of the man, the last name of the man. Even though these days in Western countries, even here in Nigeria, they don't do it. Most girls insist they keep their name. Yeah. Guys, whatever you want to do. I'm not, since I don't even participate, so I have nothing to say on that. But my point is, we are coming into the man's family, coming under the man. So you don't expect the man to unless he chooses to. Like I said, some in Nigeria where the man doesn't have much money, doesn't have a good job, or not earning much, and there's a woman in another city or outside the country that makes more money, or give him maybe a better if he moves with her, relocate to where she's staying, give him a better opportunity to get a better job or make more money, start a business and improve his financial strength. So he now decides to relocate to the woman. That's up to that. This is not up to the man. It's not like the woman will make that choice for her. That's up to the man to say, okay, you know what, I'm going to do this, which make more sense. But a situation where you be like, no, you don't have that option. You're supposed to leave. My father came from Katsina town. He was already made rich at the age of 27 years old. Came down to the east, married my mother. My mother was a school teacher in Anambra State. Married her. I think she was in Onitsha then, teaching at Onitsha. I can't remember. Anambra State. Married her. Boom! She left everything, left all her school, left everything and relocated with my father to Katsina. When then it was under Kaduna State in the 70s. Yeah. What? Oh, so you want my father who's already rich, where he's making the richness was coming from where he was staying in Katsina, up how many kilometers? Okay, I won't say thousands, I don't know, between Katsina and Onitsha. But 13 hours journey or thereabouts. You want him to now relocate, leave his riches in the north to come and stay with my mother. She has to leave everything she was doing. Who cares about a teaching job? You follow your man. I also know instances where women were even doing better jobs than their husband, or at least almost on the same equal in terms of earnings. But you know what? As soon as they got married, boom, they left everything they were doing. Boom, follow their husband. Some they kind of stayed a while to make some arrangement. While after marriage or wedding, then after some time, they decided to stop whatever that they are moved to be with their husband wherever they were.
I don't care.
Life is not fair.
I gotta stop what I
Life
put
ain't
my
fair.
blood and sweat and tears in to go with you because you're a millionaire. I soon be
I can
one.
tell this is all about you and it's I. However, you just a compromise, right?
I'm coming from my point of view and from me. So it's always gonna be I because we're talking about me and my thoughts and my opinions.
Remember,
everyone's
if you want to
different.
be with somebody, right, it's also their take as well. And
But
if you
as
want
I
a
said,
man,
we gotta come to a mutual understanding. It gotta be something like hey, we have to
hold on. Let me just stop you right now. That sounds perfect and awesome, and I don't mean to stop you to be rude, but this conversation is null and void because these boss men are not going to sit there and compromise with you. They're just going to fuck
you got yourself into.
Hold on. No. They're just going to, this is what they're going to do. They're going to go out on dates with you. They're going to see what your demeanor is like, etc. Is she going to conform to my reality? And if you say, nah, whatever, cool. You are recreational use only. He's only going to fuck you and never take you seriously. He's just not going to tell you to your face, oh, you don't really cut it out. He's just going to realize, okay, this girl's going to be sex only, whatever it is, because this girl is not wife material. And here's the thing, unfortunately, when you put your career and your money ahead of a man, he knows off rip, this is not who I want to be my wife and to be, more importantly, the mother of my kids, because she's going to put the career first over me. I ain't fucking with it.
So how is it fair he could put his career, his money before me?
Here's the reality. A millionaire is not going to sit there and compromise with you. You want to know why? Once you start to get with a certain caliber of man, they have the leverage. A man that's a millionaire, that's attractive, that has his shit together, is less than 1% of the U.S. population. Last time I checked, there's baddies turning 18 every day. He ain't going to sit there and have a conversation with you. He's just going to ghost you, not take you serious anymore. And this is why so many women don't understand.
So what you going to do if you was a girl?
I don't compromise with women. I'm going to say,
if you was a girl,
I will follow that man. If I know he's worth it, and I know he's a rare commodity,
Yeah.
A millionaire?
I'm going to follow him.
That's why you got to choose carefully. But hold on, just
Go
real
ahead.
quick.
She has something.
Thank
She
you
has
so
something.
much.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I have like a rebuttal on every aspect of this, right? Like you
Sure.
are so right with what you're saying. At the end of the day, you know what you want. At the end of the day, with right now, after being what I've been through, I know I want someone who challenges me. Like every day I set a goal bigger than my last goal, because if I reach that goal, I'm settling. You feel me? And my goal is bigger. But at the same time, like a man who really wants you is going to want you. I done dated Bankroll, got it. He sat there, left his ex for me, talked about how much he wanted me, but only had me over at 4 a.m. and made me leave, only had me at the studio to twerk for rappers and made me leave. He wasn't my man. I call him my ex, and that's embarrassing. I stopped pinching Mensa. You feel me? So at the end of the day, you know what you want, and you have to. Life is literally like a box of chocolates. That's so cliche, but it.
Please, any young girl who is listening or watching this video, whether you are young or old, and you are actually searching for a man, please, if you are used to saying, you feel me, please, just find a way to, I don't know if you have to, I don't know what you have to do. Find a way to stop saying that. It's gross to men. When you say that, what? Because these are things men speak. This is a masculine language or stuff. Don't do that. Any man that comes close to you and you start saying that thing, be like, man, like he said, you become a recreational object. If he's opportune, he will have sex with you and move on quickly. You're not somebody you can be comfortable to present. Imagine if you're my girlfriend and come to the midst of other men, high-placed men, and you are speaking like this. You feel me? Come on. It means that you are a street person. You are a talk. Feel me? Even if I'm a talk, even if I'm a hard person and this and that, you want every man, because you know what? Every man respect a man that has a feminine, soft woman. You will be the most respected person in that place. Unless maybe you don't have so much. But even if you don't even have money, the other men there have more money than you do. But once you have a woman that is very spoken, soft, nice, but I don't know how to put that as somebody who they'll be like, man, in fact, it's like this. What will be going through all the minds of other men? Man, I wonder how many men must have banged this person. She's basically a street girl. Like somebody who used to be a prostitute. So many negative things will go into them because this is women are not supposed to be putting out masculine image because it makes you look like you are a whore, you are a slut, a prostitute. To be acting tough like that.
Well, you gotta taste every aspect of it and see what you want. And at the end of the day, I know what I want isn't a man, so I'm not focused on that. I'm not worried about that. But at the end of the day, you don't want a man who's going to make you settle. You want someone who's going to challenge you every day. Not aggressively, not in the worst way, but in the way where you're going to be a better you each day.
The problem is that you don't know what you want, though, because if you
I know what I want.
You don't know what I want. If you found yourself and if you knew what you want, you knew that a man
I found myself last year when my daughter died. I know what I want.
Guys. Let her finish her point.
Honestly, this is how I see it.
But it's...
Go ahead.
Finish, and then you had something. So go ahead. Finish your point.
So I know what I want, right? I went to school for a bum who didn't do nothing. He was supposedly taking care of the kids. Got pregnant 3 times in 4 years. I know, it's amazing. But at the end of the day, that wasn't what I wanted. I have my hygienist certificate.
See? 4 good years you are with a man. Had almost say 4 kids. And you claim you know what you wanted. And now, suddenly it's a bum. The first few months you were with him, you didn't know he was a broke guy. I didn't have enough money to raise kids you are bringing up. You had first pregnant, gave birth, second birth, third birth, fourth one. He didn't have any money. He's a broke guy, yet he keep pumping out children for him to take care of. And it was right now, you are the victim. He was the wrong person. He was the one that made the wrong decision to date you.
I'm not stupid. I went to college. it wasn't what I wanted. I have no passion in this, and being in music videos for the game, for Outlaw, for True Car, for Blueface, for everybody, modeling, OnlyFans. I can make money sitting on my ass and still spend the day with my kids. I know what I want. It ain't no man, it's my kids. Because I didn't have a mom growing up.
Right.
Okay.
So I just want to add.
And then-
That's why I will tell him, my please don't avoid this women with trauma. Yeah, it is something you have to be dealing with every now and then. Things, the packages they come with, they will dump them on you.
To
Oh,
her
add to
question,
that, and then
because-
you, and then I know you had
because
something
your,
too.
Your question was like, if I'm a woman, how do I know, right, when the guy's right or when when it's the right choice? So, for example, right, I hate to use you as an example, but
No, use me.
let's say, right, you found a guy, you thought he was the one, you got kids with him pretty
Mhm.
soon, right?
I literally lost my virginity to him and got pregnant that day.
Right.
That's why I stayed with him.
So, mind you were young, you probably didn't know, but having the time period of waiting to see who he really is, to show you who he is important, because let's say, for example, right, you meet a guy, and let's say he's playing a part, right? He's telling
Prince
you the truth,
Charming.
giving you selling you a dream, wink, wink, and you fall for it, and you have a kid with him, then
Mhm.
that was a bad choice. But if you took the time to say, okay, let me see who this nigga really is over a period of time. All right, bet this is who he is through and through. This is his integrity. He showed me who he really is. Okay, now I can see, instead of talking, he's actually showing me as well.
You don't need 1 year to know who somebody is. Especially when you live with that. I mean, the worst case said you live with the person, because from what she said, she was pumping out kids for you. So meaning that probably was living with the man. I want to believe so. And first year part, second year part, third year part, fourth year before you now realize, oh, he's broke enough to support me and my kids. Stupid. It's not your fault.
Cool. I can make that choice to say, you know what? He's worth my time or worth me putting my business for.
You
have to
find
give it
your
time.
worth.
And also, look, think about this. Every guy you've met so far has shown you red flags. Either you ignored it or you kind of like looked over it for the most part just because, you were in love, whatever. The point is that, like, over time, you can see who someone is. But just keep in mind, when you meet somebody for the first time, if it's like a boss, like someone that's actually going to be there for you, don't waste time. Versus with a guy that's not worth shit, you waste time with him, you lose 5 years, 3 years, 4 years. But if you meet a real boss, don't waste no time.
No,
You
and
had something. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I don't mean I'm talking about most females. Most females don't know what they want because they don't know who they are, right? Like we actually do not go deep to figure out who we are. And we think that by self-love is getting our nails done or getting a massage. It's actually not it, right? Self-love, it's getting to know yourself, who you are. And once you know who you are and why you're brought to earth or what your purpose is, not necessarily you have to find out, but once you're in the search, in the deep, getting connected to your higher self, that's when you truly know yourself. And that's when you truly know what you want, right? Because you know what you want and you know what you don't want.
No, and I agree with you. I agree with you 1,000%.
So I'm saying, based on my observation, and I might be wrong, I might be completely wrong, but based on my observation in 2 hours that I've got to conversate with you, I can tell that you don't know what you want.
No,
because
that's
you
where
keep
you're
going
wrong.
back and forth. I might be wrong. I did say that. It's an opinion.
No,
of
I
course.
know, and I respect you.
But I'm just saying, maybe getting deeper to yourself, getting to know what you want, so then your kids are also, taken care of. Because it's great that you can support for them and you're financially be able to take care of the kids, but what are you telling them about the father? Are they seeing the father? Are they having a male figure in their life, or is it just females? Like, that's so important. This is why we're here in these conversations, right?
No,
This
and
is
you're
why
right.
we think that females, we don't need a man, this and that, because we were raised with our fathers. So like we're hurt from our own father, let alone from a man who was older than us.
No, I feel you.
And our boyfriends or our husbands. So that's why I personally think it's super, super important to figure out who you are, what you want, what you don't want. The rest just follows.
No, and I get you and see where that comes from. I didn't grow up with a dad. You feel me?
That's
like my dad was.
I knew that. Why
my
did I
dad
know
was
that?
in the
Because I
NAR.
know.
My dad was in the NARCOS, so I don't have him.
The difference is I grew
The
up
difference
with
is
my grandfather, my father. So
the difference is
These
I didn't
are-
have a dad. My mom was.
But what's your relationship
trash.
with him? I can tell you don't have a relationship with him either.
I have
with
a
your dad.
relationship with both of them. I still talk to them. I still talk to them every day, every holiday.
But talking
actually
to them and
good.
having a relationship with them is different.
We
I talk
have
to
a-
my mom every day, but
Okay,
what you're
hold on,
saying.
hold on.
Anyway, so many
So,
different conversations.
well,
I'm
let's
sorry,
finish
we're
your point,
jumping
'cause
from
you
one to
keep
one.
cutting her
So,
off.
anyways, back to what I was saying. The reason why I do know what I want is because,
See,
again,
guys, I want you guys to pay attention. I mean, from this, where you can figure out girls here that make sense that you probably will be able to have a lasting relationship with this one and that Arabian girl. You see, Albania or something, a Muslim girl, something. So the rest, I want you guys to look at. I mean, it's not for me. It's people that who are actually going into a relation or who wants to have a relationship or get married. You know, pay attention because the thing is, it's not as if we men don't see all these things from even the world. We do. We see all these red flags. You see the way they talk. You can tell the kind of person she is. But for some reason, you just keep dipping yourself into it until it becomes very difficult to pull yourself out. You know, so you see this kind of statements they are making. Maybe even on the first date you meet the person, and you think that she will still eventually be better to have as a wife. How do you think that what marriage is going to survive? When you have that I mean, what that Amazon girl was saying makes a lot of sense. You know, there's something like you say, just like for me, from day one, marriage was never in the picture. Even though I was a point, I was like, okay, eventually, of course, every man has to marry, unless you are a reverend father or this or that. So I was kind of, man, this thing. So, but it wasn't something I was like, hey, this is my goal. To go out and money, make money, so I can get married immediately and have children. I was wishing, no, it was never there. So that's what I'm saying. If you know, all you need to do first is find out what interests you the most. What do you desire for in the long run? So that will now determine if you don't desire to have a family. I'm not just having a children, have a husband or so. When you see other women, or girls with children and husband, do you desire that kind of life? Or you are so focused on career, then you never have a successful marriage, even when you eventually change, because you don't really know what you want. You want career today, tomorrow, marriage, then to go next day, career. Come on, make a choice.
I did not have a dad. My mom was trash. Fuck my husband, right?
However, I'm not saying that these people cannot change. Even this one and that one, that they cannot go tomorrow, enter marriage. But the higher percentage of them, irrespective of whatever the issues are, because issues will only come up in a union relationship between two persons. Because of they see, this is their main desire in life. I mean, the issues can always be settled. But people like these other girls, they are who are saying, I need no man. The first attempt, you don't even need to have issue. Just all she needs to open her phone and see one girl in a bikini on Dubai flexing. She'll be like, hey, I'm missing out to look at where I am. We are serving one man. You know what? I'm not married again. I seek for divorce. Just like that.
I know.
Or she listen to one musician, hey, need no man. Suppose don't stay under a man. Or listen to all those crazy feminists who is telling you that you are strong and independent. Nobody is stopping a woman from being, I mean, you've gotten all the rights. Do whatever you want to do, but you have to make a choice. You want a family? You can still be doing a career, and still be a wife in a family, under a man. But at least what that means is your family is your priority first. Even if you eventually get to become a boss in your distance, but then you would even think twice to leave down your boss, being a boss for your family. If it comes to that, your business is secondary to your family. That's what I'm saying. Nobody is saying you can't be a boss, you can't own a company as a wife or this or that. What they're saying is, irrespective of whatever money that is coming from there, family will always be your first priority. A man can stay 1 year outside his house. Doesn't our interest differ. Even though he has a family, he has children and a wife, he cares about, but he can stay outside his house for 1 year in pursuit of wealth or resources for his family. But a woman to do that because of what? Pursuing a career. Yeah, a man can do that for his career. 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. A woman, seriously.
Mom I want to be. I know my kids have a nanny, have a place to live, and they're living in Miami. What 5-year-old and 2-year-old could say that? At the end of the day, it's a distraction from losing their sister because my 5-year-old was close with her. You feel me? And I'm not living no life where they're watching mommy get beat. I'm not living no life where mommy's not happy. And I don't have to go do a 9 to 5. I could wake up and decide if I want to work or not. You feel me? Like my life is set. My life is good. And I found out what I wanted because I grew up without a family and I let that make me think I wanted a family. So I got married at 19. I fucked up. I didn't actually know what I wanted. It took me going through 5 years of marriage with a fucking loser to know.
Loser. You'll be surprised all the good things the man. He's not here to tell his own side of the story, but I bet you, even the guy could be a bad guy. He could even be a armed robber. He could be a thug. He could be a drug dealer. He could be a good guy. Maybe he's not rich or something. But my point is, you may be surprised that as bad as the man might be, as she's claiming, the man probably she could be the only thing in his life at that time he was doing so many good things for. Could be that he must have done something bad, even killed another human being to protect her against his wishes or his want, as in something he didn't want to do, but to protect her or to provide for her. May go and rob another man or kill another man to take his resources to provide for her. You'll be surprised what that man probably must have done. Who knows? I'm not saying that, but he's not here to tell his own side of the story. But now, and probably she knew at that time what the man did. But now, he's a loser. He's this, he's that. Man, be very careful.
What I want. And what I want isn't a man. It's a life with my kids that I never had with my mom. So my goal is bigger than anything.
Okay. And then you had something?
Yeah, so basically her is having a similar situation in terms of how we feel about it. But like you said that she didn't grow up with a father figure. I did. Okay. I grew up with my grandfathers, my father, and we have a great relationship. So it was a difference.
Like with your mom in the house too, or were they divorced, your parents?
I grew up with my grandparents and my father.
Okay, so
not my mother. My grandparents. I call my grandmother my mother.
Okay, so your biological mom was not your immediate caretaker.
Mm-mm.
Your grandparents were your immediate taker.
And my father.
So you have
and then your father came. Like you would go visit him in between, but your grandparents were your primary.
My father lived with us too.
Okay, so it was your father and your grandparents that were your primary caretakers.
Yes.
All in the same house.
Yes.
Okay.
So it didn't matter if I had a mom or not because I called my grandmother my mom, so I still had a female figure. But I just like to hustle. I like when I set a goal.
Please, if you're a young girl and you're looking for a man, or looking for a husband, please, when you're in midst of men or, saying in public places, or just do it as you train yourself, you're training yourself. Please, don't use that word, hustle. So I like to hustle. Don't do that. Men can say that, fine. We are aggressive, it's not the right one, but then we are men, we are made to stay stupid shit. Women don't use that word. It doesn't matter how ambitious you are. Don't use those such words. These are a big turn off to men. I mean, I don't know why women always think that men like to see themselves in women. Why are you girls always projecting that men want something similar of them in you. So you want to act like them for them to like you.
And I accomplished it myself. I don't like when somebody did it for me. I had somebody did it for me. It don't feel the same to me. It just really don't feel the same to me at all. Like, and that's just the point blank bottom line to it. Like,
No,
so-
seriously, why are you going on and wait on someone to cash app you the money when you have the money? And in regards to the petty baby mama stuff,
It's not
I
about
did
the money,
petty
though.
stuff to
Money's
my
the
ex.
last
Hold on,
thing.
wait, please. I did petty stuff to my ex, yes. But when it comes to our kids, I let him send them pictures. I arrange video visits while he's in jail. I always tell them their dad loves him. Like, I do everything I can to not ruin.
Yeah, the man is in jail. Okay, he said was in jail. Maybe he's no longer in jail. So that's why I'm saying you'll be surprised. Maybe he decided to deal with a bad boy, or the man did something bad for her sake, and because of that went to prison for that. But now he's a loser because he doesn't have money anymore, or she now makes more money than him. So he becomes a loser. So every good thing must have done for. It doesn't matter how bad they might. See, I know men, because I'm also a woman. It doesn't matter how bad we can be or how dangerous we can be. When it comes to the women you care about, trust me, who can go miles that are detriment to ourselves for those women or for our women. Talking about this when I was still dating. Then after once he passes, saying who she cares. I mean, I made stupid decisions. So there was one time what I did was, I almost lost, maybe even lost my life in the process. But when I told her, this was what happened to me because of you. The way she took it, as it was like, oh, okay. I was surprised. I was like, so this was all. See, so this was all I was even doing just to improve.
Ruin that relationship because I'm not gonna let them get my opinion of their dad.
No,
Hold on.
honestly, I can tell
Hold
you're
on.
a beautiful, beautiful
Hold on.
soul, and to me, that's what matters.
Real quick, we need Orlando and also Miss Twitch in the building because
No.
you guys really talking. So like, what's your opinion on
Well,
this?
they're
I'm
taking
just
it
letting
in.
everybody else
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah,
they
we're
they got
taking
it going
in
on here.
because- yeah.
Good.
Honestly, for me, I kind of have more of the boss babe energy mentality. But to be fair, I have a fun job. Like I said, I build Legos on stream and I hang out and cook food and do.
Man, this guy is a man. I don't want to keep listening. So anyway, I'm going to end this here. So like I said, you guys, man, it's for you, not for me. You know, me, I thought that long ago. So, just at least, if you want to get into a relationship, you want to get married, this you can tell the red flags here. People to kind of can tell these are people you should stay away from. So that's my point. But at least you can see what it will lead to. Something that most times we intentionally will close our eyes or stupidly we just ignore. But you can see why they are not speak especially when they. One thing I could say is if you really want to know a girl really fully, just I don't know. Some places they might. I don't know if they call it intentionally drugged her or something. Just give her a drink. Give her a drink. An alcoholic drink, Wow. She will open her mouth and you can see her true self out. All the pretense out. Gone. You could see her true self, you know. So then you could make your better decision. But make no mistake, at that time, please do not make any attempt to have any sex with her after, because that could be, you can be sued or accused of drugging her for intentional having sex with her. So do not make that mistake. If you're having a date, first date or second date, please after that let her go home. Don't follow her home or let her follow you home or go elsewhere. Let her go. But you are better off let her have some alcoholic drink. She will ease up, open up. All her printers trying to claim she's this, she's a saint, an angel. Go out of the window. You will see through her. Because all these you can see all these stuff here, they are all alcoholic. So that's why they are all so they are the ones that are masculine are not letting those energies out. Trust me, if they didn't have all these things, it doesn't mean that they probably will pretend as if they didn't have this kind of mindset. Or they won't be as they won't bring it out as bad as they did on this video. Those masculine energies. So I'm going to end it here. So be very careful, especially. It's not even about those in the western part of the world anymore. Even here in Nigeria, here in Abuja, I mean, all these attitudes are already here. You know, but I feel you still get more. The stigma is still here, you know, because religion is still strong here. Even though the people don't really practice their religion, but at least it still has some influence on the attitude, you know, of women sometimes, especially before they get married. I mean, the rate of divorce now in Nigeria is also almost close as high as, if not close to that of the Western world. Not close, but at least it's really increasing because of all this kind of mindset. That's what I'm saying. Even if you're in Nigeria, you might think, I don't know, is this for the Western world? Trust me, most men now are suffering it. So, yeah, to the next video.